Hi, I'm Kate Ganim, and the title of my thesis is Immersive Learning Landscape. This project seeks to push the design of primary schools forward out of its arrested development. The need for the school to change is exacerbated by the fact that education has progressed tremendously over the last few decades, and as a result, educational spaces are being used differently than before. Progressive education in particular is focusing more on project-based and discovery learning. Its needs are not being met in spaces designed for educational use, which is evidenced by the fact that many are seeking out alternative spaces to occupy, such as houses, office buildings, or even a warehouse. This cross-axis situates generic educational typologies in relation to a number of alternative and radical educational precedents. This project aims to locate itself around the periphery, connecting highly formal spaces with some that are at the opposite extreme of informality. The two goals of the project are to evolve the school by maintaining the traditional qualities that are effective and shedding or reinventing the rest, and also to inject a more radical element that allows the space itself to play an active role in learning, working under the premise that the school building serves only to designate a space for learning without making any contribution to the education happening within it. Towards that first goal, I've analyzed traditional school design at 4 scales. In general, the traditional school is designed for containment, surveillance, and isolation, suppressing a child's nature in the name of obedience. Through precedent research on spatial needs of progressive schools, and design experimentation, I came up with renewed strategies at each scale. If the traditional school seeks to impose containment, surveillance, and isolation, these strategies aspire to exploration, stewardship, and collaboration, embracing a child's nature in such a way that supports the learning process. Now, moving to the second approach of making the school contribute actively to education, I'm taking the frame of progressive education, which works toward the development of the child as a whole. The foundation for the immersive learning landscape is based on these 3 premises, borrowed from neuroscience and development studies, which indicate that keeping kids sitting still at their desks in a setting that strives towards sensory deprivation is not an effective strategy to support learning. Each immersive space targets certain cognitive, sensory, or physical experience. Their design is based on material, experiential, and phenomenological qualities rather than form or program. These spaces are woven into the final design. This project seeks to push forward the design of primary schools for progressive education and begin to reestablish architecture's relevance to modern education. It does this through questioning the mechanisms of the traditional school and reimagining them in alignment with the progressive school. This is coupled with the introduction of an immersive learning landscape, a series of differentiated spaces that set the stage for exploration, discovery learning, and the development of the child as a whole. Thank you.